Well, tonight we're taking a closer look at how electronic monitoring devices are meant to help law enforcement keep tabs on offenders.
Now this comes after one of the teenagers accused of killing 13-year-old Kanaya Baker allegedly cut off an ankle monitor back in December.
Chris English joins us in studio now with a closer look at how these systems go to work. Chris?
Well, JR, Erica, tonight we set out to learn how these trackers work, but more importantly, what happens and who is responsible when an offender removes their device. Ankle monitor bracelets are used on both adult and juvenile offenders. The devices utilize GPS technology to track and report a subject's movement. Daryl Fulton with Offender Management Services says the units will report unauthorized movements immediately.
When the unit itself plots a GPS point where it shouldn't be, it immediately picks up the phone and says, "Hey, I'm somewhere where I'm not supposed to be."
Fulton says most of the law enforcement agencies his company works with also choose to receive those alerts immediately. Once installed, the ankle monitors typically remain strapped to the person until removed by an authorized agent. However, there are times where offenders will try to disable the devices. That's allegedly what happened with one of the suspects in the brutal killing of 13-year-old Kanaya Baker, according to Columbia Police Chief Skip Holbrook.
Our first suspect is a 16-year-old female. She was wanted by the Department of Juvenile Justice for cutting off her ankle monitor around January 12th.
Fulton says the devices are programmed to report any damage right away.
Once the ankle bracelet's cut, boom, the signal's going out.
We asked how often the location of juvenile offenders is checked, and we're told it depends on a variety of factors from the court, but the locations are generally checked daily. Finally, we wanted to know specifically what happens when a device is tampered with or removed. We asked the DJJ if law enforcement was immediately notified and sent to the last known location of the offender. They replied in part, it depends on the monitoring order from the court. Many court orders don't specify what happens if a device is removed. If nothing is specified, caseworkers will consult the solicitor's office, who then decides what steps should be taken. And JR, Erica, the DJJ rep that we spoke to noted that while their caseworkers are responsible for monitoring youth that have been ordered to wear those trackers, they are not law enforcement officers and have no authority to take children into custody should one of those devices be disabled. Live in studio tonight, Chris English, News 19 WLTX.